All right, we are catching up with the NBA 2K community, talking about NBA 2K21, and we have Pretty Loves Pink in the house. Welcome back to the show. Love having you on, as always.
Yes, I love being here. Thank you for thinking of me.
Now, Pink, we talked last at the launch party of NBA.
The beautiful, dramatic setting here in Salt Lake City, Utah becomes apparent when you get a look at how it's ended up. Thanks, DA. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, that tandem can switch on pick and rolls. That tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got Jakob Poeltl. Murray out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for the Jazz, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Offensive rebound. Gobert goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
Out to DeRozan. It's stolen by Gobert. From deep. And it's Conley that time on the assist by O'Neal. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Passes it to DeRozan. From deep three-point range. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yes, he is definitely going to the bench and maybe to the locker room.
A beautiful reverse layup.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Gobert down low. Poeltl's there. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, if you ask Rudy Gobert, he's not focused on his individual matchup. His job is to anchor the entire defense. For him, it is a team game.
And for big men like Gobert, their impact felt by every offensive player on the floor, not just the man he's guarding.
Kevin, he's an elite shot blocker, but it's also the shots he alters. His presence alone creates doubt in the mind of shooters.
Back to Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Ingles, and it goes down 2 points.
There's the work Ingles has put into his strength and conditioning. Takes the hit and still able to convert.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Dallas. Walker the pass to Poeltl. Back to Walker. Pass to Poeltl. Up top to DeRozan. Over in the corner, White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Jazz. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision-making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
2 open that time, made it look too easy. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan. Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the paint, here's O'Neal. Shoots over Walker. O'Neal misses.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got 8 points.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Pass to Gobert. Shoots over Poeltl. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
The pass to Conley. Here's O'Neal. Here's Ingles. Tries again. And Pirtle pulls it down.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kept alive. White. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on DeRozan.
In a short time span, I'm amazed at how far Donovan Mitchell's come. He has very few weaknesses for a young player.
Both shots good from the stripe.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Bellinelli finds Zeller. 2 on the clock. Can't capitalize inside. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller. Then it's Mills. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And it's Davis missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And now Utah, fast break. Moutier with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. And Forbes has it in the corner. Over Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Deflects the pass. On the wing, Mitchell. Connects from three-point range. Mitchell's got 10 points.
An evolving part of Mitchell's game, the ability to simply catch and knock it down.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Bellinelli. Gay trying to break free. Back to Mills. Here's Niang. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Mitchell. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Gay. Zeller against Clarkson. Here's Gay. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of runs themselves.
To the middle. Here's Mills. Rebounded by the Jazz.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Donovan Mitchell is comfortable playing at all 3 levels. He's playing at his highest level tonight offensively.
Here's Zeller. The rebound by the Jazz. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ellenelli finds Mills, and the call will be against George Niang. That is his first foul of the game. Gobert, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Great positioning on the putback.
Got to be on the lookout for Poeltl crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Yep, it counts. Gobert's got the lead up to 3 now for Utah.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside DeRozan. High post shot. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Clarkson. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
Clarkson with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. In transition, here comes San Antonio. DeRozan leading the charge. And he comes up with the deuce. DeRozan's got 10 points.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Here's Davis. Gay with the block. And they'll keep possession. Moves back up. And it's Davis missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
Passes it to Moutier. 6 to shoot. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Poeltl finds DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12. And
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Here's Mitchell. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. San Antonio leading. Foul Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the basket by DeRozan. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Mills passes to White. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Shot clock at 6. DeRozan surveying the D. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for White. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work, averaging about 11 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Conley, another miss by Utah. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And he's able to get it back. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Ingles. Lays it up off the glass. Ingles has got the game tied up here for Utah.
Right there, it's who wants the basketball the most, and it's Joe Ingles creating the extra possession.
DeRozan against Ingles. A 3-ball. DeRozan. That's good. DeRozan's got 7 points for the quarter.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
White finds DeRozan. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Mitchell, this is to Ingles. Gobert can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And DeRozan throws it down.
When DeRozan senses he's on a roll, he becomes hyper-aggressive.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And White with the block. It's DeRozan with the drive. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
DeMar is so dangerous when he's attacking the rim. Great drive.
Jazz trail by 9. Mitchell outside. Off the run. And it's White with the rebound.
He started off solid. Had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
Here's DeRozan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. Gay comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Spurs leading by 13. Now Murray fires from deep. They get the rebound. No good that time. And stolen by Gay. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Murray. Pirtle is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. And finished off by Davis.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Here's Murray. That one off the back iron and out. Jazz trail by 9. Clarkson passes to Moutier. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Gay kicks to Forbes. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him, and a missed layup. Walker goes in, and the dunk by Walker.
Love Murray's scoring potential, but the development of his playmaking may be an even higher priority.
And there's the feed to Davis. Pirtle with the steal. And finished off by Walker.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Clarkson. Off target from three-point range. Moutier against Gay. Missed inside. Jazz trail by 13. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think is James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
For Utah, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Right side, Conley. The baseline jumper goes down.
What you like about Conley, he has a nice assortment of shots in that mid-range area.
And Walker kicks to Gay. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Rudy Gay. Pass to Gobert. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Pirtle with the ball. Pass to Murray. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Finding a soft spot in the belly of that defense. Murray taking full advantage.
Lets it go with the three. And he's good on the three ball. And it's now 22 points for Donovan Mitchell. White down low, covered by Mitchell. 1:14 left to play in the final quarter. And Murray, here we go. Rebounded by the Jazz. Outside Conley. Back to Ingles. Mitchell looking it over. Now the pass to Ingles. Feeds to Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
And here's DeRozan. The dish to White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
The length of Gobert causes the defense plenty of problems. He's very clever at drawing fouls on his shots.
And Gobert drops them both. 17 seconds left in the game. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. Mills passes to Samanic. Johnson in the corner. Here's Samanic. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
to you, okay?
Of course, always.
So, Pink, last year, I remember we talked about the WNBA coming to NBA 2K for the first time. I can confirm that it's back in NBA 2K21. What are some things you'd like to see to improve on the WNBA inclusion?
I would like to see, like, people that are not my size look so short. Like, I remember Erica Wheeler. I remember playing with her. She looked like, really small. Other than that,
there it is, maybe the most famous building. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And for the Spurs, DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Here's DeRozan. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Outside DeRozan. On deep. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And the basket by Jackson.
Oh, man, great floor vision right there from Kyle Anderson. It allows him to spot his teammates left and right.
DeRozan finds White. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Morant. Shoots over DeRozan. And it's Morant missing. Last game for the Spurs. They pick up the W against Dallas. Fast break, Memphis. Morant with... Oh, what a beautiful point.
What intensity. Did you see that? Great. Are you real? Morant, way up. That was fine.
DeRozan. Nice D from Brooks.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Poeltl pulls it down. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Spurs passing it around. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Poeltl is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
And the Spurs with some changes. Gay comes in for Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Anderson. Up and in on the layup. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fire. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Now here's Gay. Boy, was he something else against Dallas. 4 on the clock. Fires for 3. Forbes can't get it to go. Memphis leading. Got a piece of it. First foul.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
He hits both from the stripe, and Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
To the inside, Gay, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
Oh, man, the dunks that Gay flushes home are what he's best known for, a relentless athlete. Just flat out gets it done.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Let's take this chance to go to the 2K leaderboard and display the best free throw shooters of the second half of the season. You look at Mills, one of the league's best, third in free throw percentage.
And one look at his numbers since the break, and you can see how comfortable he's been at the foul line.
Allen's checked in for Morant. Spurs trail by 4. And Mills kicks to Forbes. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Inside, a nice shot by Zeller.
A high-efficiency score. I mean, inside. I mean, Zeller with those great soft hands.
Here's Melton. A rebound by the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Now here's Allen. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Bellinelli. The layup off target. Mills with the steal. 1 second left. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, GA, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with Zeller. Mills out there with Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here is Forbes, defended by Allen. Pass to Zeller. He kicks it to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. Stolen by Allen. And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And Walker subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Valanciunas.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
Here's Walker. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Clark on the pass to Valanciunas. And the shot is long.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
The Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Here's DeRozan after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. DeRozan finds Gay. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the Spurs scoring again.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And again, San Antonio turns it over. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here's Melton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Gay passes to DeRozan. Can't hit from in close.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
They grab their own miss. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
The 10-footer. Shot's good by Gay. Gay's got 6 here in this quarter.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And that one, good. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
They are just killing them on the interior.
DeRozan passes to Zeller. Gay dishes to DeRozan. Mills in the corner. Pass to Zeller. Outside, Walker. Shot clock at 6. Down low, here's Gay. Offensive rebound, Spurs. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first. And the Spurs with some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. White comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And finished off by Morant.
Well, when you have a guy like Morant, an elite ball handler who can hit from anywhere, there's no real limit to the points he can score.
Here's Walker, shooting foul as the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging 17 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Right side to Walker. Pulls it up. White. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Morant.
Yeah, easy call.
The Spurs have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And the Spurs making a change here. Bellinelli's checked in. And finished off by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Bellinelli following the score by Memphis. Hurdle finds White. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And when Pearl sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Murray. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. That will count. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tied.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Oh, you're so right, Greg. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. Now here's Morant. He's got 20. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 10 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Murray. The offensive rebound. Hurdle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low.
Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. And first of all, his handles are
great handles. Right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
Walker finds Murray. Spurs working the ball around now. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Morant with it. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Walker, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Murray. The Grizzlies also making a change. Clark's checked in.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Yeah, Kevin, this is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And he'll shoot free throws here clearly. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
Stripped it away. They push it up 4-on-3. And finished off by Morant. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now, here's Mills. And the rejection by Jackson. Throws up, and it's Clark slamming it down.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
Here's Mills. He's got 6. Gay finds Pirtle. Back to Gay. Tries again, and it's blocked. And they get it back, and they're able to recover. Here's Forbes. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Forbes has got his first points of the game. Mills with the steal. Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. It's chipped.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Morant. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Bellinelli kicks to Pirtle. And here's Mills for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now, here's Bellinelli. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Forbes. Bellinelli. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And trying to get it to go, even with the contact, but no good. And he'll try to pick up 2 at the free throw line coming up.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making them get overly assertive.
That free throw missing. A different look now for San Antonio. White comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. He hits the second from the line.
I mean, I think he's kind of a throwback kind of player, if you ask me. I mean, Anderson's nickname is Slow Mo because of his ability to slow the game down and pick the opponent apart.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And how about the body control? Morant, even when under duress, stays calm, cool, and collected.
Back to the action after this word. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Jakob Pirtle. And it's Forbes in at the 3. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Forbes dishes to Pirtle. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And White kicks to Gay. On to White. Here's Forbes. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Morant. The rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose. Inside. Back to Forbes. Baseline try. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Clark, and slam dunk by Clark.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Murray, the pass to Pirtle. Gay scanning before. And that one, good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Passes it to White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Oh, this is the grit and grind Valanciunas gives you. I mean, someone that isn't going to give into the defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And Walker subbed in for Bryn Forbes. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Clark. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. Stolen by Walker. All alone. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here's Morant with the tip. And the second chance effort by Jackson.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And he recovers it. It's good. The Grizzlies trail by 7. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Out to DeRozan. Shoots a 3. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And it's Morant missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
DeRozan dishes to White. Second shot opportunity, and the basket by DeRozan.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Brooks finds Anderson. Back to Brooks. Pass to Valanciunas. Shoots over Pirtle. No good from Valanciunas. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. To the left wing, there's the pass to Pirtle. Here's DeRozan. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Here's Jackson, and the shot goes in.
Oh, man, one of the smoothest young playmakers I've seen. Morant's passes are almost always on time and on point.
Pirtle kicks to Walker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Stolen by Anderson. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Pirtle. That's foul number 2 for him. Poked away. Now here's Brooks. And here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Uses the glass to finish the layup. That's now 32 points for John Morant. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Now Murray. Misses the shot.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
you started an amazing group, Ball Like Her. Talk more about that.
Yes, Ball Like Her is basically a safe place for all women gamers from all walks of life. You know, women supporting women, empowering women to do, streaming, create content without a fear of, oh, you're a girl, you can't play video games, or go get in the kitchen, or the crazy things that we hear on a day-to-day basis. It's basically a
beautiful evening in town, and nothing. He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at Utah. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Memphis Grizzlies, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And, for the Jazz, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but just give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3.
Kevin, how fast does Donovan Mitchell get off the ground? My goodness.
And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively.
Look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness. Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Morant with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. He kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
O'Neal misses. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Three-pointer, Brooks. Valanciunas, and stay with the play, Valanciunas.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on, his ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
And there's Jackson on the assist by Anderson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. And it's Morant missing. The Jazz have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. And Utah, another 3.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Morant with it, now defended by Gobert.
This is Gobert's specialty, twice on the pipes from the stifled tower.
And it's Mitchell missing. Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Memphis trailing here. Valanciunas finds Brooks. They shoot again. Valanciunas, good.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And Kevin, this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
Ingles. Here's O'Neal. Another miss by Utah. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Bucket is good. Anderson's got his second bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
The pass to Brooks. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Valanciunas against Mitchell. And that one drops.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Melton's shot is good. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
The drive. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy.
My goodness, how do you guard against that? Mitchell, tremendous at just getting through the contact.
And that one's good by Clark.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Checking in for North Resistance, Gorgie Dang.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the... During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder is quickly earned...
You've been really cute to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Allen in at the 2. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul, and they were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
A three-pointer is right on target. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
From downtown, and so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that game against the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game. Minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Here's Gobert, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Milton. Utah also making some changes. Davis is checked in for George Niang. Joe Ingles comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area. The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league. He seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
First one falls for him.
Showing natural leadership skills, Morant has developed great rapport with his teammates.
Utah trailing here. To the wing right side. Puts it up from 7, and there's Davis. That's good on the assist by O'Neal.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Stolen by Conley. Here's Davis. Offline with his 3.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Here's Clarkson. That shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Here's Clark, and Clark slams it in.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Jackson. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Clarkson finds Ingles. Back to Clarkson. Out to the wing. Brooks grabs the board. Memphis leading by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Clark, again Memphis.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
To the inside. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Brooks kicks to Clark. Corner shot. Again, Memphis.
And when Clark is on fire, he stays aggressive. You gotta love how this young fella is willing to dominate games.
And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length to keep plays alive.
And it's Morant missing. Jazz trail by 6. On the wing, Mitchell. 23 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Jazz ball.
And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Second, the Grizzlies.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
Conley kicks to Mitchell. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Jackson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jang, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling. Boy, nice stroke from downtown. Got it off just before the defense could react. That's his specialty.
Here's Jang. Here's Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. Valanciunas has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
At the elbow, it's Gobert. And the layup's good off the glass. Gobert's got 7 points in the game.
Well, Gobert is 7'1", and that in and of itself means he's difficult to contain. This guy really understanding how to play through contact.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And Utah making a change here. Davis is checked in. Allen inside the 3-point line. They get it back. No good from Valanciunas.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Mitchell's shot is good. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And they take the lead. Mitchell's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Second team foul.
I think DeAnthony Melton deserves a ton of credit. Point guard is probably the toughest position in the league. And you couple that with the fact that this guy played in the West, he more than held his own.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Gobert. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Mike Conley subbed in for Moutier. Here's Niang, defended by Anderson. Shoots the three. Niang, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 1. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Morant, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. And Utah with a change here, too. O'Neal's checked in. And, oh, the blocked shot grabs it out of the air. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls.
Shooting for Memphis.
Good on both. Here's Conley. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Good on the triple. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Anderson is out there with, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. From 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
When he's determined to finish, Donovan Mitchell is so good powering through whatever the defense puts in his path.
Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D-Wade with how he plays. Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Stolen by Mitchell. And now Utah, fast break. And it's Conley that time on the assist by O'Neal. Conley's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, Greg. Keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open. And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Utah leading by 5. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Jackson finds Brooks. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Memphis.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Gobert, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Back to Anderson. Good, nice job down low.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Jazz leading by 3. Conley inside the line. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
The Jazz again can't hit it.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell outside. Off target with his 3. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Memphis making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Now Morant on the wing. Brooks. Over Mitchell. Nice shot by Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Gobert against Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. And 11 points for Rudy Gobert. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Shoot from the right block. And he can't bank that one in. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson dishes to Valanciunas. Money!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Mitchell. And the 3 off target. Now here's Morant. From outside the arc. It doesn't go for him. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David
vivid improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
What's up, My Team fans? We have 2K TV My Team correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some My Team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know.
There it is, maybe the most famous. And with
well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, they've got Pirtle. White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer, but Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Here's Mitchell, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. White against Mitchell. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Mitchell against White. Just 4 to shoot. Here's DeRozan.
That's good defense by Ingles. Improved focus at that end. Using his length to have a presence on the ball and off the ball. It's good to see.
Pass to Mitchell. Shoots over White. Again, Mitchell missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
They get the rebound. Passes it to DeRozan. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Nice shot by Poeltl.
Great recognition by Poeltl, slicing through the defense in these pick-and-roll sets.
Down low, here's Ingles. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
DeRozan passes to Poeltl. Outside, Walker. Feeds to DeRozan. Rebound, Utah.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Good on the bucket. Now, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20, game 30, where guys starting to get nights off.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. No one near Conley as he lets it go. No good on the 3. And White kicks to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
When DeRozan gets to the rim like that, you know how it's going to end.
Out to the right wing. O'Neal against Walker. O'Neal passes to Ingles. Dishes to Gobert. From the low block. And Poeltl pulls it down. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
You see with DeMar, the long step on the drive, then quick to go airborne.
Utah trailing here. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Mills following the bucket by the Jazz. There's a minute left to play in the first. Forbes the pass to Zeller. That one no good. And Utah the other way now. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Mitchell kicks to Mudiay. Over Gay. Mudiay with the basket. Moutier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Utah leading by 4. Mitchell in the corner. Latrey knocks down the 3 ball. Mitchell's got 9.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now, here's Bellinelli. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas. Here's Gay. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
I like how he absorbed contact. Rudy Gay with the body control to finish through it.
Here's Mitchell. Off target from outside. And that does it for the first quarter. Jazz. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. The guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
We've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with Zeller. Bill's out there with Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking.
Here is Forbes. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Niang passes to Clarkson. Offensive rebound.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
Bellinelli dishes to Zeller, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. First in shooting percentage, 4th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. Now here's Conley. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
DeRozan with it. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Shot clock at 2. Fires, high post. That one a little long. It's Gobert with the ball for the Jazz. From deep. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now an 11-point Jazz lead.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Mills. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Nice compact release on the jump shot. One of Mills' best attributes.
Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Mills looking it over. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Mavericks. Here's Clarkson. Misses the 3.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Mills can't hit.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Utah. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. Whitey's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Utah's ball. This run now up to 13-2. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now here's Murray. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The shot off that time. Good D by Mitchell. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here comes one. Leading the fast break. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Mitchell looking it over. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And for Donovan, the three really sets up. Clearly knocked that one down with ease from that distance.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a size of... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points and... Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years in running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar.
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation. What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. The kick out to Walker. Outside, White. Pirtle, the pass to Murray. But they get it back. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And the Jazz making a change here. Moutier is checked in. The Spurs shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. 3rd quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Gobert. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. White drives in. Count that one.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
And here is Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Moutier past to Ingles. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it, the double checking, and the game continues on.
So many NBA players now have their talented children playing in the NBA or in college and will soon be in the NBA. Smitty, whose kids stand out to you as potential superstars?
Hey, Kevin, Dale Curry, for sure.
Okay, I could have gotten that one. Steph Curry. Who else, though? Who else catches your eye?
I think up and coming, LeBron's kid, Shaq's son, D-Wade's, and that's what you love. You see a lot of these guys, and it's great for me. I remember when they were little, Kevin, and now seeing them winning championships, being able to play on that stage is unbelievable.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Mills kicks to Pirtle. Back to Mills. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The pass to Bellinelli. Pirtle dishes to Forbes. Inside, 11 feet away. Tipped away.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Jazz leading by 10. To the middle. Here's Davis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Now here's Mills, defended by Moutier. Here's Pirtle, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Super focused. Pirtle taking the hit well and cashing in on a quality and one opportunity.
The Spurs have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. On the wing, Ingles. He's covered by Gay. Jacks up a 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Gay.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Niang passes to O'Neal.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Back to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Forbes. Now, here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And both free throws good for Davis. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Utah out in front. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. Jakob Pirtle up there with Rudy Gay. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 2. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim projector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's White, and the Spurs scoring again. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Good on the shot. White's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for San Antonio.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Mitchell finds Gobert. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gobert's got 5 points now this quarter.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates, and in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Gay, the rebound by the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They start a 3-game homestand with that game, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pass to Ingles. It's stolen by DeRozan.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Jazz leading by 9. Passes it to Ingles. Back to Conley. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Conley's got his first basket of the night.
You know, he called his number that time. Mike Conley picking apart the defense off the pick and roll.
Over in the corner, White. And he's way off from outside.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Jazz lead by 13.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Here's Murray. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Great anticipation by Rudy Gay. That's a veteran move by a guy who knows how to create scoring opportunities.
And yes, it's good. Steve, the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. Jakob Poeltl's check in for Rudy Gay. O'Neal's check in for Utah.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Pass to DeRozan. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter, and he makes that one.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
Jazz leading by 13. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Conley. Lets the 3 fly. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. The jump hook, they get it again. Murray, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
One of Murray's weapons showing up there, that crazy long wingspan.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Jazz.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Donovan Mitchell.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
O'Neal against Walker. Here's O'Neal. Clock at 6. Tries it from 19. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
White the pass to Pirtle. Murray outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A solid win on the road for them. This built David. Thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
So you're going to want to keep your eyes out for that.
Blake, you and I know the community loves that competition in My Team. What did the devs give you in terms of insight into competitive My Team?
Well, you will be competing for championship rings in NBA 2K21. That's it. That's all I can say, but there will be more ways to play and compete in My Team.
I like the sound.
A beautiful evening in downtown. And before we get going, well, guys, great vision, David. Thank you. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Murray with it. Now Valanciunas defending. That's tipped. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Morant. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Here's Morant following the score by Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker.
My goodness.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here's Valanciunas, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Wants to get it to DeRozan, and does. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Memphis.
This is something DeRozan does all too well. I mean, presses the issue, forces the issue, and then gets the defense to overcommit.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And finished off by Morant.
Electric in the air. There's a certain energy that Morant generates that others simply don't have.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Memphis making a change here. Clark's checked in. The Spurs also changing it up. Rudy Gay's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
A different look now for San Antonio. Tyler Zeller comes in for Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. Pass to Zeller. Here is Forbes. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution for
Passes to Mills. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Clark to the paint. Here's Jang. Zeller grabs the board.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The pass to Mills. Shot from 16. And another basket for San Antonio.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
1:10 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Forbes. And that one goes long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Gay. And he gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible. I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Here's Gay. Zeller controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
And so Clark nails both of them. Spurs leading by 7. Here's Mills. Up again. And Gay with the second chance points. Gay's got 6 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Back to Mills. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Melton in at the point. Murray's checked in for Patty Mills. Pass to Allen. Fires from the wing. Unable to get that one. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. But coming out of Washington as a one-and-done, DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jackson, he's checked in for Jen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's White in for Bryn Forbes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. Second, the Grizzlies.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
To the middle, here's Poeltl. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 6 points for Jakob Poeltl.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Left side, DeRozan. It's stolen by Valanciunas. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And Poeltl sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Poeltl, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And he's able to get it back. And the basket by DeRozan.
I don't know what's happening defensively,
but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Murray, the pass to Poeltl. Back to Murray. Over Jackson. Murray, no good.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
And Brooks gets it to go.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
To the wing on the left. Murray finds Poeltl. Lets it go from 11. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Some changes for Memphis. Gorgui Dieng comes in for Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for DeJounte Murray.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
To the inside, here's Zeller. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Allen outside. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. And that should do it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the court right now for the Spurs, DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the 3.
Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Here's DeRozan. But they recover it. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 8.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And Poeltl sends it back. Outside, Walker. Back to Poeltl. Murray, the pass to Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
2 points, that one goes. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Poeltl a live body in there.
He's live, and he's also no stiff, guys. Poeltl can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Memphis shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Here's White. Offensive rebound. No good with the layup.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
High-level passer, even for a point guard. Morant shows the imagination.
Kicks it out to Gay. Brooks against White. Over Brooks. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Gay. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Gay's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down. The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
DeRozan is a man on a mission tonight. I don't know if I've ever seen DeMar any sharper than this.
And here's Morant. 5 points in the game. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 8.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. San Antonio also making some changes. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Derek White. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
So comfortable finishing on the move. It's very rare to see Gay off balance on his drives.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Spurs leading by 12. Now Bellinelli still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The feed to Allen. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Gorgui Dieng doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. Inside, Zeller. Second chance shot. Kicks it to Forbes. Back to Zeller. 6 to shoot. Pass to Forbes. And it's good for 2. Forbes has got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Second team foul. At the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Valanciunas is checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Allen. And San Antonio with the change here too. Poeltl's checked in.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Memphis foul call. Number 3. That's his first personal foul. Spurs substitution.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 7 seconds left in the third. And Walker kicks to Mills. From deep three-point range. Off the mark. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 10. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3/4 behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Brooks is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
With the handle and the acceleration, Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
Morant, and it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
The shot's good from Forbes. And we'll get a look at how the Hustle Stat game has been going for San Antonio.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Walker the pass to Mills. Like we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, his use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Gay kicks to Mills. Back to Gay. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gay's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, over the years, Gay has added a lot of different wrinkles to his offensive game. He's really now a very versatile scorer.
Back to Brooks. Shoots over Walker. Brooks misses. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Walker dishes to Mills. He gets that one. Mills has got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Stolen away. Here's Clark. Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
And that one's good. Morant.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson comes in for Clark. And it's Kyle Anderson in for DeAnthony Melton.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Murray outside. He kicks to Pirtle, passes it to Walker. Spurs working the ball around now. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, you can see the excitement in DeRozan's eyes when he gets these opportunities. I mean, he's a knockdown threat from there.
Anderson against Walker. Here's Morant. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Spurs leading by 9. DeRozan scanning the floor. Here's the pass to Pirtle. White left side. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson passes to Morant. Shot from the wing, and he hits the jump shot.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
Stolen by Brooks.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal. And going back to college, Morant's made a habit of rising to the occasion.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Murray. Five to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Morant with it on deep. And that one is off. And so it's the Spurs with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
play for this week from our own LD2K. It was just too good to pass up. Enjoy.
Come on, man.
The starting lineup of the visiting Memphis Grizzlies. At score forward, Kyle Anderson. At shooting guard, Dylan Brooks.
And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Here's Morant. Cloak loose.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
That one good for 2. And many fans in Memphis had hoped for a change. But, Chris, they still had some question marks with this new leadership.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because they're relatively young and unproven. Former lawyers rather than basketball minds. But we're seeing that league-wide. Teams are going with former agents and lawyers in their front office.
And it's Mitchell missing. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Brooks with no one around. A three-pointer, no good. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Anderson outside. Brooks, the pass to Morant. That 3 off the mark.
Strong D on the perimeter. That's how you got to play.
Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Morant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And what really separates Morant, the intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
And the first one drops. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
Oh! Wow! We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. The shot's good.
But well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. O'Neal against Anderson. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Right side, Conley. Lets it go from deep. That shot off the mark. And it's Memphis the other way. And it's Brooks in the corner. Stolen by Mitchell. And now here comes Conley leading the break. Rebounded by Valanciunas. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Shoots from the baseline. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
Over in the corner, Conley. The three ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This is why you have to be right on Conley, because he's a threat to shoot off the pass.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Jazz shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the technical free throw is good. And I think we'd agree, Chris, one of the great players never to make an all-star team. What a career for Mike Conley.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. And let me give you the other name. That's Rod Strickland. But to Mike Conley's credit, it's always been the team goals that's mattered to him most. I mean, he wants to realize every bit of his potential. But beyond that, he wants to win the title.
Grizzlies have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Mitchell against Allen. Shot from 16. Another shot. Davis. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Lets it go. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Mitchell's shot is good.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. We've got a lot of game left to play.
Here's Melton. That one's not going to go. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley said
he's one of my favorite players growing up.
You know, Conley, maybe not the size of Peyton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
They've got Davis, Routier out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the four-man position. That's the group right now for Utah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Allen's shot is off. Jazz leading by 7. The drive by Mitchell.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Over in the corner, Moutier. Back to Clarkson. Takes the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Allen passes to Melton. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Left side, Davis. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. From the stripe, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
This is where Clarkson can do a lot of damage. I mean, that in-between area.
They double him with Mitchell. Dives for it. Stolen by Mitchell. Here we go, one-on-one. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Drills the three-pointer.
Oh, they get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Clarkson on the wing. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Clark for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Man, if Clark ever hits that shot with consistency, watch out. That's a game changer.
Niang makes it off the glass. Niang's got his second bucket tonight.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Melton, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Davis. And there's another one for the Jazz. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Mitchell against him. With the shot. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Niang's got his 3rd basket of the night. Melton passes to Clark. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
To the middle, Mitchell finds Davis, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 12-point Jazz lead, stolen by Mitchell. It's Davis with the drive. Stolen by Allen. Pass to Clark. The second chance effort. Here's Jang with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Clark's got 7 points in the game.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Niang, no good.
Well, he hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Memphis, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Clarkson. O'Neal's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Conley in for Moutier. Niang kicks to Conley. Kept alive.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Ingles. Gets it off. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One out.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to. And that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. Great job defensively so far.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Here's Morant. Yes, that goes in. Morant's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Grizzlies. Chris, you've been a commentator for the NBA Vegas Summer League. Amazing how much that event has grown.
Oh, how about this year? The Chinese, the Croatian national team. I mean, come on. It's just this is a global game, and we're bringing all of them to Vegas to let fans go up in there and watch them and watch rookies at a young, early age and see the best players. I mean, this is awesome. You got to love how forward-thinking the NBA is. This is really cool.
It is.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
That one drops for him. Jackson's got 6.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
To the paint. Here's Gobert. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Gobert's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz. Inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Morant. And he gets it to go. Morant's got 6 points in the quarter.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9. Utah leading by 8. At the top of the key, Gobert. Stolen by Jackson. Valanciunas passes to Brooks. That one goes in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And what you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality. I mean, he's someone who excels at taking on the defense and charging inside.
Ingles with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Ingles can't get it to go.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found the mark. It's been a good start.
And Chris in his 6th season. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
2. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
So good at scoring off the pick and roll. That time Clarkson with the perfect setup.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Conley dishes to Gobert. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Pass to Brooks. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
One of the things Clarkson does best is converting off the dribble drive.
Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And that one's good. Morant.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Right side, Conley. To the inside. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 8 points.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, Kevin, you're right. They needed that. And I love that he just didn't settle for the lady.
1:10 left to play in the third. Ingles, and he makes good on the layup. He's got 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Valanciunas, good.
The closer Valanciunas gets, the more dangerous he is, which is why he looks to score from there.
Clarkson against Brooks. Gobert down low. Over Valanciunas. Nails the baby hook. And that's 12 points for Rudy Gobert.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you're taking into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far.
Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. He can't get that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Gobert. Nice D from Valanciunas.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Count that one.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And here's Conley outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Utah. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Davis. Mitchell is out there with Moutier, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Niang in at the small forward position. Mitchell right side. It's good from about 19 feet. Mitchell's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Moves back up. Gobert with the block. On the wing, Mitchell. And slam dunk by Gobert.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And Davis sends it back. Here's Mitchell, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for George Niang. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Morant. They get it back. Gobert with the block. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. There's Jackson with the three. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. Conley's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove this amount.
That one doesn't go. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
And that one's good by Clark. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you can just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Jackson kicks to Morant. Over Conley.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter. Settling for shots. He'd be better off passing up.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Mitchell in the corner. From deep. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And it's Morant missing. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Jackson. And again, Memphis no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Conley with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working through with integrity.
And Allen drops them both. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Here is Tolliver. He's guarded by Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Utah. They're on a 19-4 run right now. Outside, Davis.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw, no good.
And Davis.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Melton. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our